Hello, everybody. Simeon is here. It's been a while. We had to skip last week's live stream because we were on our way. We were preparing and on our way to go to Switzerland. We are in Switzerland right now in an apartment. I'm sitting on the floor here in my bedroom because I don't really have a spot otherwise to do this. But I wanted to make sure I would um, tune in again for the Sound Farmer podcast here. We are going to be in Switzerland both this weekend and even past next weekend. I'm here at a farm coaching and training holistic management. And what I wanted this live stream to be, because we are very busy, taking care of our family here and also doing the work, I didn't have too much time to prepare a fancy topic of some sort. But what I wanted to do is I wanted to share some of the most beautiful moments and key moments that I've had with the farmer and his family during this past week, where we have been focusing on holistic management. And those of you guys who have been tuning in to my podcast where I've been talking about holistic management, and also those of you who might have been in contact with holistic management, maybe you read some books, gone through some trainings already, you guys know that before we come to any of the planning procedures like the holistic plant grazing, which is a small part of holistic management, or the holistic financial planning, which is a part of holistic management, we actually look at the foundation, the fundamentals of holistic management. And this is what we have been focusing on most of the time here with the farmer and his family. And we are even going to do this today. So one thing that was so beautiful was when we started. So the main reason I was coming here was to assist with holistic plant grazing. But we started by looking at the holistic management fundamentals to look at the holistic context and who is managing what are we managing, what is under our management, and then we started creating or looking at the holistic context. And it was so beautiful when I went through the teaching, and we took the Savory Institute's ebooks to assist in the teaching and to provide the materials. We looked at the holistic context, where we write down how do we want our life to be, and how do we have to behave to ensure the support and help from the people that we need it from, and how do we want our future landscape to look. But we also talked about the statement of purpose. Why do we exist? Now, this is especially important for an organization or a business, that you just have that clear for you. Why do you do what you do? Why do you exist? But for me personally and my wife, we have also pinned this down for us as humans, as living beings. It's this very old question about why do we exist, the reason for being. And we pinned that down for ourselves too. But when we walked through that, it was so amazing that the farmer was all of a sudden, oh, it's like this big light bulb. It's like we've had all these thoughts in our head, and they have just been spinning around, and but now it's becoming so clear, and we're writing it down, and it's like the statement of purpose. Why do we do this? Why do we have this homestead? Why do we have this farm? In this case, it's a little bit of a bigger farm. It's not a small homestead. Why do we want to create this food? Why do we want to sell it? What is our goal here? And all of a sudden, just by starting with the fundamentals, starting with the foundation, the statement of purpose, and the quality of life and all that, a vision came back, an excitement came back that had maybe been quenched a little bit in the last recent months and year. And it was like, it was like a brainstorming again. And so many thoughts came, and so much excitement came. This is really what I want to encourage you guys with. So many people get ahead of themselves on their farms. So many people go to best management practices right away, the how-to. And I've gotten a lot of crap on my channel in recent months when I've been sharing be careful with how-to videos, and people got mad. I mean, the internet is a horrible mess. Everybody gets mad at everything, and trolls and comments, and it's just the way it is. But I'm not going to apologize for saying that, because it is so important that we first build a solid foundation, because anybody who has ever built a structure knows if we build on something that's not level, everything else, this mistake will continue all the way up in the structure and cause major issues up top. And we need to start with the foundation. So what I want to encourage you guys with today, as I'm working through this here on the farm and the family there, focus on the fundamentals. And in holistic management, that is the whole under management: who manages what, and then the holistic context. How do we want our land to be? How do we want our lives to be? And how do we need to behave? And that is, when you have that all, you have the foundation for all decision making. All of a sudden, the question, should I invest in this or in this, becomes clear when you check it for your context alignment, holistic context alignment. Because is that in alignment with why we exist and the life we want to live? The resources that we have, the money that we have, where does the money come from for this purchase? If I start this revenue stream on my farm and it might bring tons of people to the farm, is that what we want? Is that in alignment with our holistic context? When we make this decision, are we including all the decision makers? Have we thought of all the resources that we have available? Maybe one of the resources that's available to us, we would have better use of than with the decision that we have planned right now or thought of right now. And that is what holistic management is. That's the power of holistic management, where we combine our relationships, our lives, our finances, the land's health, the animals' health, the culture, everything together. We consider it to see the big picture, how everything is connected, and then we are able to make educated decisions. And that's a framework that's provided by through holistic management and through the Savory Institute. And so I really want to encourage you guys, why don't you sit down now, even at the start of the season. And I know in some climates you're a bit into the season already, but I believe more important than a holistic grazing plan, more important than a plan of how many chickens you want to butcher and how many vegetables you want to grow and all that if you do not have defined for yourself what it is, why it is that you exist, or your farm operation, why is it you do what you do, your statement of purpose, and how you want your life to be, not what you wish, but you describe how you want your life to be. For me and my wife, it was something like, we have freedom over our time, freedom over our schedule, freedom to make decisions, freedom to fail and learn from our mistakes, and so on. How do we want our land to be? And describe how the ecosystem processes the water cycle, the mineral cycle, the energy flow, and community dynamics, as we teach them in holistic management, how you want those to be on your land. If you understand how the ecosystem works and how an effective ecosystem process looks and how it is on your land now, just describe how you want it to be. You don't want nasty flooding or mud on your farm. Describe how you want it to be instead. And then when you make your decisions again, you think, will that decision lead to that or away from that? Will it lead away from my quality of life, or will it destroy that landscape? And we've been good at focusing always on one of the areas, or maybe a couple of them, but often at the cost and expense of all the rest. And that's why we have struggled as a society, as individuals. We have struggled to make ends meet and have long-term success without bad side effects, right? Often we realize when we have reached our goals that it was at the cost of other factors that we weren't aware of or hadn't included in the process. And holistic management provides a framework for us where we can avoid those mistakes. That's the power of holistic management. And so when you go to holistic plant grazing, that is something that's tailored and focused on a grazing operation where you then look at the health of the land, your time, and some people think it's daily moves. That's not at all what that means. You factor in everything, and if daily moves would take away so much of your time and cause stress, then you certainly, in a holistic plant grazing context, will not do that. Then you might do it every 3 days. I even know of holistic management educators who do it sometimes in a busy season. When it fits their holistic context, they do it once a week. And there is a tiny bit of overgrazing. So it's about you, it's about your life, it's about your unique holistic context. And I want to encourage you today, as I once again have seen and experienced the power of this now with this client, just focus on that. Take it easy, take a step back and look at that, because it's so easy that we do things and it costs us dearly at the other end somewhere. So this was just a very short, quick video. As I said, we are still quite busy, and we're actually going to head out here in half an hour to continue some training. Next Saturday, I hope I'll be able to come to you with a podcast again. Maybe it might be short like today, but just want to encourage you guys. Hope you have a good start of the growing season in the Northern Hemisphere. A nice spring. We have had the coldest spring ever here in Austria, Switzerland, in this region, and it's still very cold. And we are hoping to really get some warmth here soon. We have a lot of moisture here in this area where I'm right now, and when the heat will come now, it'll just explode. But I hope this farm is really cool, and I'm going to check with the owner. Maybe I'm allowed to take a couple pictures and share a little bit, because it could give us a lot of insight to what we do there. Anyways, guys, thank you so much. God bless you. We'll see you soon. Bye-bye.